You know that moment when you are just laying in bed doing absolutely nothing, and suddenly your brain decides it's the perfect time to replay something embarrassing you did 3 years ago. Like you said one weird sentence, only one, and now your mind is like, yeah, let's ruin your mental peace over this thing you did 3 years ago. And the worst part, your brain always picks the worst timing. You could be having a completely normal day, eating, scrolling, minding your business, and suddenly remember that thing you said in front of everyone. Thank you, brain, very helpful. Same scene, same embarrassment, no new episode, and it doesn't stop there. It starts small, then it turns into, why are you so stupid? Why do you always mess things up? Honestly, you are just not a good person. And somehow it's no longer about what you did, and it starts to feel like that's who you are. You lack so much. But here's the question nobody really asks, what if that voice in your head is not actually you? Most of us grow through life without ever questioning our thoughts. If the mind says you are anxious, we accept it. If it says you are a failure, we agree with it. Like, since when did we decide that every thought in our head is automatically telling the truth? Because if that was the case, then half of us would be geniuses at 2 a.m. and completely disaster by morning. And that doesn't even make sense. Psychologists found something really interesting. A small shift in how you talk to yourself can change how you feel completely. Instead of saying, I am anxious, you should say, my mind is feeling anxious right now. It sounds almost the same, but it changes everything because now you are not drawing yourself in the bad feeling, you are standing outside it looking at it. And that small space you just created, that's where your control comes back. That's where you can breathe, think, and choose instead of reacting like every thought owns you. This is what they call self distancing, but as Muslim, this idea shouldn't surprise us at all because we were taught this long before it became a technique. In the story of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam, there is a powerful moment that most people just pass over. A woman admits her mistake. Now, normally, when people admit mistake, they either justify or completely destroy themselves with guilt. But she does something different. She say, "My nafs is inclined toward wrong." She did not say, "I am evil" or "This is who I am." Just blamed her nafs. And that one sentence is deep because in Islam, the nafs is a part of you, but it is not the whole of you. It desire, it pulls and whisper. But you are the one who being tested through it, yet you are the one in control, which means you and your nafs are not the same thing. Allah even described the different states of this nafs, a nafs that pushes toward wrong, a nafs that blames you after your sleep, and a nafs that finally become calm at peace. So if your nafs can go from pulling you towards sin to becoming peaceful, then clearly you are not stuck. Now think about how we usually talk to ourselves. I am so weak, I am just a bad person, I will never change. That's not awareness, that's a life sentence. But if you shift it even slightly, my nafs is struggling today. Suddenly there is a room to improve, room to breathe, room to try again without hitting yourself. So next time you feel that urge or that heavy thought hits you, don't panic and don't immediately believe it either. Just pause for a second and say, okay, this is my nafs talking right now, and observe it now like an enemy you have to destroy, but like something you need to understand. And if we are being honest, most of us don't even lose to big temptation. It's small thing. You planned to wake up early, didn't. You said would not text back, you did. You told yourself just 5 minutes, it became 2 hours, and then comes the speech. Wow, zero discipline, impressive, but we make it deep by turning every small slip into a personality description. Relax, it's not that deep. Remember that you are a human who is trying their best. Remember, at the end of the day, you are not every thought that crosses your mind. You are not every impulse that's shown up uninvited. Even in Islam, you are not held accountable for what you feel, but for what you choose, and that means something powerful. You are not your nerves, you are the one who decides whether to follow it or rise above it. Share this with someone who is being a little too harsh on themselves lately.